What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, Brittany Nicole, and here with another video. So today, as you can tell by the title, let's talk about it. So let's talk about it is basically when we just have chit chats and we just talk about whatever on our mind for that day. So before we get into it, make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe to my channel, and make sure you don't forget to hit that notification button so you won't miss any videos that comes up on your line. So let's just jump right into it. So lately, for the last couple of days, you know, I've been seeing a couple things when it comes to family dynamics and how people are being treated, how people upbringings are completely different. Everybody was not raised within the same way. Even if you do have siblings or other family, some people do get treated differently. And I'm kind of basing this around the whole Nazara, I think that's how you say her name, Harris, the 13-year-old girl who is missing, been missing for about over a year or whatever. So that whole story, if you don't know, make sure you go search it up on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Like, it's all over all social media platforms right now. And it's really sad, and my condolences are to the family, and I'm praying for the finding of that baby. Whether she's unalive, she's alive, I just really want them to find her. But it has kind of got me thinking about how are you raised, what you got going on, and what you've been through. So for me, I can speak on me. I felt like I had a good upbringing. A long story with all of that. And I didn't have a bad childhood. I just had a transition on how everything was good in my life at one point in time, and then I came to some dysfunction. And all of this is based on my truth, on how I was raised, how I grew up, what I got out of it. This is not to bash anybody that's in my family or that has been there. This is not to bash my parents, because at the end of the day, I feel like now that I'm older, they probably felt like they did the best that they could. And I can't really be mad at that. But what it has taught me is to take those lessons and be better. I am a better parent. I feel like I don't do a lot of things that I probably would have got in trouble for back then. So being able to talk to my parents about how I feel and what I got going on, and having questions about SEX or birth control or just random stuff. I didn't have that kind of relationship when I was growing up with my parents. But when I had my kids, I knew I didn't want to shut my kids down, and that's what I just wasn't gonna do at all. I was not gonna make them feel like they don't have anybody to come to, because at the end of the day, I want my kids to always feel like they could come to me about anything, everything. They could talk to me about anything and everything without feeling some kind of way of going out in the world and getting it like, this world's so crazy. You know, you just got, you don't know who that person is. You don't know what their motive is. You don't know nothing. So with that being said, I feel like it was my business to make sure that my kids come to me and talk to me about whatever. So that's how I got here. I feel like it's important to have an open door policy when it comes to your children. I feel like how you was raised, it should be a generational curse broken. And when I say that, you see women all the time who, or boys who probably then had something done to them or probably was mistreated the wrong way, and then it goes into their adulthood, and now they're hurting people. Hurt people. So they're hurting people. Somebody trying to love them can't get loved properly because they don't know how to be loved. They don't know how to accept it. You putting your all into a relationship, whether it's a friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, and you wonder why, okay, I'm doing all this and I'm giving this person all this love. Why aren't they giving it back? It's because they don't know how to love. They don't know how to. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it feels like. They don't know. Nobody's taught them those things. And when you come from a family dynamic where all you know is love, affection, spending time, being there, and then you get with somebody who is not equipped with those things, it's very hard and it's very difficult. And I'm speaking on this from experience for myself. So I think you got to take a step back on, not so much on how people or why the person is doing what they're doing, but you have to be a little bit more open-minded and understanding how they are based on how they was raised. So if you don't have the patience, don't do it. Don't touch it. Don't involve yourself with it. Just leave it alone. Because everybody don't have patience, but at the same time, we don't want no Build-A-Bears. We don't want nobody who we got to sit and build and make sure we got all the pieces to make this person who they are. We don't want that. We too old. We are too old. We in our 40s, good out of high school for years. You get what I'm saying? We got kids, grandkids, probably at this point, like got careers, trying to get there, you know, whatever it is that we got going on, we just don't have time for that. Like, we just don't. So I feel like at some point we have to break those generational curses. What can I do to fix my situation to be better? So I won't be bringing what I went through as a child. It won't go to my kids. It won't go through my grandkids and my great-grands and so on and so on. Because if somebody don't break it, it's going to be a repeated cycle over and over and over and over again. And you don't want that. You wouldn't want that. You shouldn't want that. So I feel like now, what I can say about my family, I feel like we have breaking generational curses, but we all have our own things that we still going through individually and battling, but it's not to the point where we're attacking, we bringing each other down and things of that nature. But I am glad that I do have a family that's very, very supportive. Like, we support each other on everything. We have a group chat. My close friends, we have a group chat. The same thing with them. I have a very small circle, and I'm glad I have a small circle. I don't feel like everybody could go with you where you're going. And that's a true statement. Everybody can't go with you. And it's okay. Because whatever God has for you and his will and his plan, that's just what it is. And you have to be okay to walk journeys alone. Because if those people are meant to be there, he's going to bring them back. Or if they're not, he's going to remove them. But when he remove those people, and I know it always be the ones that you dearly, dearly love the most. But when he remove those people, it is to protect you. It's to help you. It's to guide you. It's to make you aware of your surroundings. It's to make you stronger and strengthen you. And that's something that I'm also learning for myself. Everybody is not going to be able to walk with me. God is continually blessing me. Even in my darkest times when I felt like what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. But the best advice that I could give is to pray about it, let it go. If you're going to give it over to God and you pray about it and you still want to do it yourself, it don't work like that. I'm just so sorry to tell you, it does not work like that. But if you honestly, truly, if you honestly trust God, trust his word, believe in him, and you pray about whatever situation you got going on, whether it's life, work, kids, relationship, marriage, whatever, your personal feelings, whatever it is, pray about it, give it over to God. Because he's the one that says in his word that he is here to take care of our battles. He didn't want us to do it. That's not for us to do. Some things you have to give over to him and let him do it for us. But when you do that, you have to trust him. And you have to know that he got you at all times. He would never leave us nor forsake us. And he knows our best interests at all times. So that's where I'm going to end my video for tonight. It wasn't a long one, but I just kind of felt like that was on my heart to put it out there. That whatever you got going on, whatever you're going through, that God got you. And yeah, we go through things throughout life, but there are lessons that's supposed to be learned, not repeated cycles that we supposed to go through over and over and over again. So I pray that this touched somebody, give motivation to somebody, and encourage somebody at the end of the day. So until next time, I will see y'all back at a different day, at a different time. Good night.